is Rashee Rice becoming the certified wide receiver 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh, he is the certified wide receiver 1 for the Chiefs. That usage keeps going up. First 100+ receiving yard game in his career. You love to see it for Chiefs. Again, like I always say, for a rookie, not that easy to see that number. Really not. So when you see it from your guy, your first round guy, you got to love to see it. And again, too, I think
second round.
Yeah, why do I always mix him up like he was a first round guy? It's like that. It's like that Chiefs receiver effect. Like guys in the early second that feel like first.
It's just because that's always when they take receivers. They always take them in the second. But it's like,
but it literally, it's like the trend. It feels like the first.
Yeah.
It's just like Chiefs.
Sky Moore.
Yeah, stop doing this shit to me, man. Like, what is that? But anyways, yeah, but you gotta love to see it regardless. And again, just when your early draft pick guys, I'll change that. Your early guys, and especially because a lot of other guys in this roster, very struggle based. But it's also weird because it's on and off. Like the Chiefs receivers turn it on 1 week, they turn it off. I think Rashee's been the one guy though that's been very consistent, and you gotta love to see that. The consistency's been growing. We know he's not gonna be perfect his rookie year, but definitely growing about as fast as you could. I feel like at this rate, especially in an Andy Reid offense with this high of expectation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I passed up Tank Dell to take him in our draft, and I was low-key sick. But the more and more I see of Rashee Rice, the more confident I am. I mean, he could realistically have like an 800-yard rookie season, which would be pretty impressive.
For sure. No, absolutely. And I think he's exactly what he was built out to be, too. He doesn't just catch the ball and go down. He catches it. He's going to give you 15-10 afterward every time if he has a chance.
He looks nice after the catch.
He's awesome after the catch. So that's definitely a huge thing where he gives you an extra gear. It's not like he's just a receiver. He's a receiver and a running back on one.
He is explosive. Like that's what, like when I watch like Sky Moore and Tony, like they're never able to get free. Like it's like, I thought that was what you were supposed to be.
Tony's just been weird. Like Tony's just so like he'll be like the greatest player ever for like 1 week, and then 8 weeks in a row it's a complete mess. It's like it makes no sense. No. Greatest player in the world is a complete exaggeration. But you get my point. Much better that 1 week than other weeks, and it's like, what are we doing here?
Chiefs defense, George Karlaftis.
Yeah. Quietly 8 sacks in the season. I mean, and this defense has been absolutely mean. This is kind of the year that for sure, it's already been solidified. If you're an NFL buff, you already knew Steve Spagnuolo has been, he's one of those guys. But this is the year that really confirmed it. Like Steve Spagnuolo, really one of those guys, like really valuable, really doing his thing, getting better every year. Scary hours for everyone else over there in the AFC.
I think it's safe to say the Chiefs are still Super Bowl contenders every year. Kind of going over to the other side of the ball. Even though they lost, like the Raiders just look night and day from when they had Josh McDaniels.
It's not even close. Yeah, and Aiden O'Connell, like that's the thing I was talking about. It's like a confidence-inspiring day. Like realistically, was he going to go in there and was he going to beat the Chiefs? Like it's like very unlikely.
No,
but he showed you a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of stepped up in that pocket, delivered a nice dime, filling out the pressure, moving around, delivering the ball where it needs to be. Again, like against his D-line, against his team, a 14-point loss. It sucks, but realistically, that's what I'm saying. It's like with the interims coach and everything, they showed you good things. And yes, if you're a Raiders fan, you don't want to hear that you don't want to hear about moral victories. But I'm a realistic guy, and the realistic situation is like when you're playing the Chiefs this close with a much worse roster. I know Meek Robinson wouldn't agree with me. He was saying, I saw the post game. He was saying like in the locker room, he was like, I know we're better than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm realistic. I get it. Everyone loves to hear you say that if you're a Raiders fan and Meek. I'm realistic. Playing them this tight in the situation you guys have versus them, I feel like is a very good sign going forward.
Yeah, and I also think it's like the thing I like about Antonio Pierce, and he kind of said this to the media, is like he's like, why don't we just get our best players the ball? Like in paraphrasing, but like Josh Jacobs, 200-yard games since Pierce took over. Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers having good games. Like it's just like the overthinking shit we always talk about. Like just get the ball to the best guys.
No, yeah. And that's one thing is Antonio Pierce is definitely not going to be someone to overthink it. That's why we were saying. I think Antonio Pierce has definitely got himself probably looking at least like another year. I wouldn't push anything more than that.
Yeah.
But say to him, I'm going to give you a year to go through the OTAs, go through training camp. Can you carry the same Raider Nation identity through a whole 365 days?
And I think the Raiders are actually okay on offense. They have to upgrade the O-line. Robert Spillane has been a bright spot on defense.
Insane growth this year.
But overall, they are just not getting it done. They cannot get to the quarterback.
Yeah, if you're not Max Crosby, you're not getting home.
No.
It makes you probably ask the question, Raiders' first-round pick this year, because Tyree was definitely not the guy.
Bro,
is it going to be...
what the fuck is he on?
Is it going to be another pass rusher? Very likely.
1.5 sacks this year. 10 tackles.
Yeah, it's been rough. He's not really getting reps because of how undisruptive he's been, as you might figure. And it's kind of just, but bottom line, if you're the Raiders, you're probably going to be taking another first round edge rusher or interior player. Probably edge, though.